Hey, I like cake. Yeah, I definitely want some free cake. What the fuck? Oh, you son of a... Hello people, my name's Drakhl, and we're looking at the new Splash Potions, and this is the Splash Potion Dispenser Trap. It's quite simple to do. Now, I'm going to briefly explain the wiring, and then we're going to build one, and I'm also going to show you how to brew the actual potions themselves. Now, you can activate this however you want. You can use a lever, button, pressure plate, and you can wire it however you want, especially if you're with redstone, you'd know what to do, but I'll briefly go over that later as well. And here we have the lever that activates this redstone wire. It goes into an inverter, which depresses this sticky piston that holds up a block in front of the dispenser. Now over here we have a repeater to isolate the piston from the clock. And this is a 4 clock, which just blinks on and off and fires the dispenser. So it's quite simple to do. Now I tried making it fire faster with a rapid pulsar, but it didn't really work. It seems there's somewhat of a cooldown with respect to how many times a second the splash potions can damage you. This is about as fast as it goes, as far as I can tell. So that's a basic overview of the wiring, and we're also using the Splash Potion Instant Damage 2. It kills in 2 shots on normal mode. I don't know if it affects it on other modes, but that's what we used. You can also use poison and that kind of stuff, but I'll go over that later. And now I'm going to show you how to build this. And by the way, that's the too many items mod that you just saw. Very useful. Now, this is very simple to do, and I'm just going to do a quick demonstration. We have our activator here, lever, button, pressure plate, whatever. And we're going to put it into an inverter, which is the block, the redstone torch. And this is designed to keep the piston extended in front of the dispenser. That's all. And now we go over here, and we're going to build the 4 clock, which is very simple. And we're just going to do this, and we're going to put a repeater here set to 3 and a torch like that, and we're going to connect it like that so it forms an infinite loop, and it will blink on and off. Now this inverter not only keeps the piston extended, but it also stabilizes the clock. It turns it off, in other words. So I'll show you what I mean, and we're going to add a repeater here. Doesn't really matter where you put it, as long as it's in front. And you can see that stops the clock from blinking, and that's what we want, because we only want the clock to blink when it's ready to fire. So we're going to connect the clock to the actual dispenser now. Very easy to do. There we go. And that is pretty much it. Now, when I depress this lever, not only does it start firing, but the door opens. And you might want to add a little bit of delay to this repeater, just to make sure that the potion fires after the door opens. Yep, that's pretty good. Okay, so that's pretty much how you build it. It's very, very simple to do. Now, there's other ways you can wire it. You can use a Monostable Circuit and to make it fire only a certain amount of shots. And I will link you to my old flaming arrow cannon with the Monostable Circuit right now. There you go. If you want to click on that link, it opens a new window. And that will make it fire X amount of shots and shut itself off. You can also use a button, pressure plate to only make it fire 1 or 2 shots. It's a little bit tricky when you do that. I don't think it will fire enough to kill someone. I really haven't tested that. But yeah, this is the easiest way to do it. And I think you can fire up to 9 potions as of right now, because potions don't stack. I assume they will eventually when Jeb fixes that. Now there are other ways you can wire it. You know, if you want to make it completely hidden, a totally hidden trap, you can use a bud switch, the block update detector switch, and you can use a block of redstone ore. And when the person walks over the redstone ore, it'll activate the entire trap. So you can use that if you wish. That's a little bit more complex, and I invite you to look at some tutorials for that. But yeah, this is pretty much how it goes. Very simple to do, and it's a fun trap. Much more effective than arrow traps because it's area of effect. And you can also use all sorts of different potions with this. I've really intended this to be used with adventure maps, because, you know, you as the map maker can control the effects that it gives to the player. For instance, you can use not only a damage potion, but a healing potion if you wanted. You could use a poison potion, And the poison one is quite fun because it actually will take you down to half a heart. You can even combine potions. You could fire a poison and then an instant damage potion, you know, whatever. But yeah, that's more or less how it works. Now, I suggest that you put a wall behind where the player is supposed to stand, so in case it misses him, it'll hit the wall and still damage him. And it'll damage him about, if the potion's going to hit right there, it'll damage him to about this distance, so quite good. The advantage to the potion, the poison potion, is that if it hits them at all, it's going to poison them down to half a heart. But if you're too far away with the damage potions, you only get a little bit of damage. So that's more or less how that works. Now we're going to brew the potions itself. Now I'm going to show you how to brew these potions. I've set up a series of brewing stands here with all the different steps. Now the first thing you need to do is fill your bottles with water. Okay, and now we add nether wart, and that will give you this, which is the awkward potion base. And then you want to add a spider eye, and you don't have to do this in the correct order. You can do it in any order you want. And that spider eye will give you a potion of poison, and then you add fermented spider eye, which is made with sugar, brown mushroom, and a spider eye. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it. And that'll give you a potion of instant damage. Now what you want to do is add glowstone, and that'll make it instant damage too. It'll upgrade the damage, as you see. And then to make it an area of effect potion, all you have to do is add gunpowder. And this will give you this finished result here, and that is our splash potion of harming, instant damage 2. So that's about it. That's how you build the thing. That's how you brew the potions. A few closing notes. To make the trap a little bit more practical, say you wanted to use a pressure plate to activate the trap. And we can test that right here. That works pretty well, but if they kind of just skip over the pressure plate, it'll fire maybe once or twice. To make that a little bit more practical, you can use my Monostable Circuit idea, or you can just connect it up to an RS NOR latch if you want it to be permanently on. Those two ideas will work just fine. Monostable is probably a better idea, so you can check out the tutorial I made on the arrow cannon on how to do the Monostable Circuit. Yeah, that's the basic concept for the Splash Potion Dispenser Trap. Now, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you want more, you can go ahead and subscribe if you want. I'm always putting out new tutorials and new videos, so I will see you guys next time, and have fun.